You can work on some little guys, some small contractor's crew doing just basic labor stuff. Get a ticket and then they got all these different doors. You can go in to see whatever movie you want to, but you got to have what? Sometimes that's a GED, but
is approaching
if you,
along with her 16-year-old son, Phoenix.
what's your name?
Phoenix.
Phoenix, like the city?
Your Honor, today is the date and time set for a arraignment in this matter. Wait for reading stand mute. We've also had a chance to pre-try this case. Unfortunately, Ms. Rutlow has had prior incidents of this nature, but she did.
With this young man?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, and one of her other sons.
Okay.
But she does admit that the school's records are accurate. I told her the consequences. She understands them.
Okay.
And she's going to be pleading guilty of violation of parental responsibility. Now, she's not throwing up her hands. This young man is very nice, very articulate. And I had a conversation with him, but I told him, I said, son, you're the reason your mother's here. A nice, kind lady who is now in court because of your absences. Well, he's in here on high and he's going into the 9th grade and he says he's going to go to school.
Mom, did you discuss your rights and options? You understand those rights and the options they give you?
Yes.
You understand the possible penalty for today's charge?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty today?
Yes.
Doing so freely and voluntarily? Did he miss more than 15 days last year?
Yes.
Satisfied,
Satisfied?
Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea. What the hell? Why don't you go to school?
I just lack of comprehension of the work and just not finding any interest in it after a while, and it just kind of got boring.
Yeah. What do you want to do when you're old? 25 years old, 30?
I was looking to go in trade school,
Okay.
get into like construction and plumbing and all that.
Great. Great. You're surprised by that?
Yeah.
Okay. How is it that your mother doesn't know what your plan is?
I
Tell me what you think I want to hear today.
I never told her what I wanted to do when I grow up. I do work as of right now with her at a restaurant.
Right.
So that's probably why she's shocked.
That's a good reason to be a plumber. God, if I had to work in a restaurant. No offense, Mom.
He knows I don't want to do it.
Seriously, one of my biggest things I'm grateful for is I never had to work in food service. Customers are terrible. All right. So I love the idea you want to get in the trades. Okay. I know guys in the trades that are just killing it. I mean, they're making good money. They got great quality of life. They don't have $80,000 in school debt for a degree that they're not using. I mean, I think it's a great idea. Here's the problem. I don't know any trade school that doesn't want you to have a GED or a diploma, right? Here's the way I explain it. A high school diploma in our country is kind of like a ticket when you go to the theater, right? You ever go to one of those big multiplex, right?
Yeah.
Get a ticket and then they got all these different doors. You can go in to see whatever movie you want to, but you got to have what?
A degree.
No, you got to have a ticket,
Oh,
right? You got to have a ticket to get into any of the, they might have 20, 30 theaters, but you got to have a ticket to get in the theater, right? Life is like that.
Good to know.
You got to have a ticket for just about anything worth doing that you're going to do after high school. You got to have a ticket. Sometimes that's a GED, but if you aren't interested in and committed enough to finish high school the traditional way, you're probably not going to struggle through a GED course and get your GED. All right. So here's what I'm going to suggest you do. Figure out some way to tough it out for the next 4 years. Get your damn diploma. What I would suggest, where you live, you're in New Boston. All right. Here's what I would suggest. Start networking. I want everybody that knows you to know you're looking for a construction type job. You're 16. You can work construction. You can work on some little guys, some small contractor's crew doing just basic labor stuff, right? You're not going to get on a union crew, right? So start exposing yourself to the various trades, all right? I was blessed. I grew up in a construction family. My dad was a builder, okay? So, if you can get on a job with a builder, you'll get exposed to the electricians. You get exposed to the plumbing guys. You get exposed to the guys that do the excavating. You get exposed to all those different little fields, HVAC guys, all of them. Start making contacts, okay? I got news for you. There's probably a construction site within walking distance of your house right now that needs some labor done. Show up. every morning. If the crew shows up on the job at 8 o'clock, be there waiting for them 4 days in a row and say, I'll work till lunchtime for free. I'll do anything you want me to do just to show you how hard I can work. How many days do you think you'd have to show up on that job site and make that offer before somebody offered to hire you?
A week?
Probably not. Probably less. Because I can tell you what, everybody, well, I was gonna say everybody in construction, everybody that hires people, the main problem they have is people don't show up when they're scheduled. So anybody that hires unskilled labor, and that's what you are right now, will tell you, it doesn't matter what I pay, how good I treat them, it's hit or miss if they're gonna show up for their shift every day. So if you show up just to ask for a job like clockwork, at some point, somebody's gonna say, you know what, I'll take a chance on this kid. Let's see if he'll show up tomorrow when I pay him. Then you start making contacts, okay? You might find, I hope not, you might find somebody say, you know what, dude, you worked for me for the last 2 summers. You're good enough worker. Quit school. I'll hire you full-time right now and pay you $30 an hour. I hope not, because I want you to get your diploma. But you might find an entry into a decent career that way. Does it make sense?
Yes.
But dude, your mother's facing 93 days in jail today. Did you know that? Would it be fair for your mother to actually have to do some jail time because you don't find school interesting enough to go?
No.
And you know what? I think school's real good experience for work because I can guarantee you, you're gonna have a lot of jobs before you reach retirement age that you don't want to go to, but you're going because you got to get the paycheck. You think I'm right?
Yes.
Okay. Dude, that's what school is right now. The paycheck is the diploma. I mean, I think it's great if you can go to school, work towards your diploma, and have fun. But if you only get your diploma and that's all you get out of it, you still got what you need. So whether or not you can have any fun there is pretty much the attitude you take to school every day, isn't it?
Yes.
So just find some way to convince yourself it's worth doing, because it is. Trust me, I've been doing this a long time. I've been here since 1999. Well, not here. We moved buildings, but I've been at this job going on, what is that, 28 years now? 29 years, whatever it is. I've seen you at 50 years old. For 99.9% of the population, life is nothing but a struggle until you're dead if you don't have a high school diploma. It's a pretty good start to a recipe for poverty. Get your diploma.
Oh.
All right. And come back and see me anytime because I love to tell people what to do. All right. And I know lots of people in the trades. I got a guy, I've had his card on my bench for 15 years, I bet. I can't tell you how many times I've handed somebody his card, say, you call him, tell him I sent you, and I can guarantee you he's going to offer you a job. Okay?
Okay.
I'd love to help you get into the trades. All right. So if he's not going to school, you seriously get his number. He always knows how to find me. You get his number. And if he's not going to school, you call him and say, I got to get that kid in front of Judge Oakley again because Judge Oakley's going to have to yell at him this time.
Okay.
Today I cheerleaded you. Next time I'm going to tear some skin off. All right. You've got to get your diploma, dude.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I know it can suck. Most things worth having, you got to go through some suck. So embrace the suck. That's what they say in the military. Embrace the suck. Embrace the suck, get your diploma, and do life. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome.
Your Honor.
Did I formally put her on? No, she's not on a delayed sentence. I have to sentence you. Because this is your second time around, I'm going to fine you $150. Go downstairs and either pay it or find out what your options are to get it paid.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, ma'am. Mr. Bowditch.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch, 45367, on behalf of and with Miss Papa. Ma'am, could you tell the judge your name for the record, please?
Ashley Papo.
Thank you, ma'am. Your Honor, today, time set for Raymond in this matter. Waiting for reading stand mute. We've had a chance to pre-try this case. At this time, Miss Papo wishes to acknowledge that the records of the school are active.
Okay.
She has there is an executed plea agreement, Your Honor, in which Miss Papo is going to plead guilty to that charge. And the court hopefully will take it under 771 for a period of 12 months, with the understanding if her 12-year-old son Thomas attendance improves, the matter will be considered for dismissal.
Thank you. Ma'am, did you discuss your rights and options with Mr. Bowditch
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
and understood all that good stuff?
Yes, I did.
And you understand the possible penalty for this charge?
Yes, I do.
Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today?
Yes, Your Honor.
How much time did Thomas miss last school year? How many days?
Quite a bit. I can't recall how many days.
More than 10 or 15 days?
Yes.
Satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Right. What was going on then that's different going into next school year?
He was getting bullied at the public school that he was attending, so I had enrolled him in the program Uplift for online.
Not familiar with it. Is it through the schools?
It's online
Through
through,
Huron schools?
huh?
Through Huron schools?
Belleville, Your Honor.
Belleville,
Belleville. Okay, so he's still enrolled in Belleville, but he's doing virtual school instead of,
doing the virtual.
okay.
But it is in conjunction with the Belleville school system.
Yeah.
They monitor it
Yeah,
and
he's still a Belleville student.
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, all right. I'm sure he explained how this works, so I'm going to delay sentence in keeping with the agreement with the prosecutor's office. That means you don't commit any crimes for 12 months. And as long as we don't have any further problems with Thomas attending school when he's supposed to, then this will get dismissed at the end of the 12 months. You understand all that?
They do.
Questions about any of it?
No.
All right, good luck. You're welcome.
All set.
Yes, ma'am, you're all set.
How about Leslie Lane?
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch, 45367, hearing on behalf of and with Miss Lane. Ma'am, could you, for the record, please?
Leslie.
Date, time set for arraignment in this matter. Reading and stand. You had a chance to pre-try this case. There is an executed plea agreement in which Miss Lane would be pleading guilty to the charge, the records being accurate, violation of parental responsibility, with the understanding if her 16-year-old daughter, Alexandria, conquers this medical condition and her attendance gets better, and it is a medical condition, Your Honor, that this matter will be dismissed. I also told Miss Lane, who struggles with finding the correct answer to this, the court has enormous reason.
Did you discuss your rights and options with Mr. Bowditch?
Yes, I
You
did.
understand all that?
I
You
did.
understand the possible penalty for the day's charge?
Yes,
Are you pleading guilty to today's charge freely and voluntarily?
yes.
All right, how many days did Alexandria miss?
More than 15.
Satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right. All right, I'm gonna give you my standard lecture to moms with sick kids, okay? And I'm not saying it because I want you to feel better or feel worse. I'm saying it because I'm trying to empower you. If when your daughter's in her 30s, she struggles because she didn't get the education she could have gotten, the fact that it's because of health reasons isn't gonna make her struggles any easier. Agreed?
Agree.
Okay. You need to be pit bull mom. Okay. You have to make, I mean, everybody in the school system should know you by your first name, not because you're that pain in the ass lady that screams at them, but because you're always the polite mom that's always asking for help. Okay. I've been working pretty closely with the schools in the last few years on this issue, and it blew me away the resources that the public schools have available to parents. I had no clue. And I've talked to an awful lot of parents that have no clue. All right. So you just need to get her the best education you get. And that means you got to know everything that's out there, even the stuff that's not really for her, but it might help if you could get it for her. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just
Good
that
problem.
mom.
Is migraines, Your Honor. It is a medical condition.
No.
They haven't, the one thing she said to me, which I thought was alarming, is Alexandria can't take pills at school. And I think that's probably something that could be pursued.
Well, I'm a big rules guy for obvious reasons, but I also know that there aren't too many rules that don't have exceptions. Sometimes you just got to talk to the right person that can give you the exception. So once again, everybody in the school system has to know who you are and what the problem is. And she doesn't know what her triggers are.
Sometimes it is the fluorescent lighting in school.
Okay.
I have to take her medication.
So years ago, we worked with a young lady that worked at the courts, and she struggled from migraines for years and never had a clue what was setting her off. And finally, she got with somebody that started watching her diet. She finally figured out it was onions and garlic that triggered her migraine,
Oh, that's interesting.
which, personally, I'm a big onion and garlic guy, but if I had to give them up to stop migraines,
I put it in all the food that I make, so.
Right. I'm not saying,
Yeah.
I'm not
Just-
saying that's her issue,
I'm just thinking.
but that's one of those things. It's like, who would have thought that eating onions could trigger migraines? But I just encourage you to have that conversation with, I always say start at the top, and they can always point you to one of their underlings if you know, make an appointment with the superintendent of schools and say, look, I got to get my daughter the best education she can get. Where do I go? Who do I talk to? All right. Because what I'm assuming based on what Mr. Bowditch told me is if she can take her medication throughout the day, that might get her butt in the chair more often.
Mhm.
But she can't do that without violating their rule. Then, special dispensation on that rule would help, wouldn't it? Right? Even if it means she's got to go to, somebody at the office that has to maintain her medication and they watch her take her medication at 11 a.m. or whenever she's supposed to take it. All right. So did you hear the lecture in front of you, to the lady in front of you? Don't commit any crimes for 12 months and no more issues with this.
Okay.
All right. And he's right. We do have resources. So if you're running into problems, even if you don't know what you're asking for, just come up here and tell us what the problem is, and we might be able to put you in touch with a certain agency or resource. Okay? Good luck. Thank you, Mr. Bowditch. Go get, you got any more work yet?
Yes, Your Honor, we have a Miss Rushlow.
No, we got her. Miss Rushlow, come on up.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of Miss Rushlow, who's approaching